Hey Leo, have you ever been in a conversation where you thought you understood everything, only to realize 5 minutes later that you completely missed the point?
Oh, all the time. Just last week, a colleague said, "We'll table this for now." And I nodded, like, "Great, we're putting it on the agenda." But later, I found out table means the opposite in American English. It means put it on hold.
Right. And you didn't say anything because you didn't want to look confused.
Exactly. I just smiled and hoped no one noticed.
That's so common. Learners often stay silent during misunderstandings, not because they don't care, but because they're afraid of sounding slow, rude, or unprofessional.
But here's the thing native speakers misunderstand each other all the time. The difference? They know how to clear it up gracefully and quickly. Welcome to English on Point podcast.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo.
If you've ever pretended to understand when you didn't, or walked away from a conversation feeling confused and frustrated, this episode is for you.
Today, you'll learn real phrases to check understanding, clarify gently, and recover from mix ups without embarrassment.
No jargon, no grammar drills, just practical tools you can use in your next English conversation.
And we're going deep because this skill is one of the most undertaught yet most powerful in real world English.
Let's begin. So, Leo, why do we avoid asking for clarification?
For me, it's fear of looking dumb or wasting someone's time or breaking the flow.
Same. But here's a mindset shift. Asking for clarification isn't a weakness, it's a sign of engagement. It shows you care enough to get it right.
That's true. I've never been annoyed when someone says, "Wait, can you repeat that?"
Exactly. Most people appreciate it. In fact, in professional settings, not clarifying is seen as risky because it leads to errors, missed deadlines, or misaligned projects.
So, silence isn't safe. It's actually the riskiest choice.
Yes. Now, let's start with the three golden rules of clarification. These are your foundation. Rule 1. Be specific. Don't just say, I don't understand. Say what you didn't get. I didn't get it. I missed the name. Was it Sarah or Sarah? Did you say the meeting is tomorrow or next week? When you said Q3, did you mean July through September or April through June? Being specific shows you were listening. You just need one piece confirmed. It's precise, respectful, and efficient. Rule 2. Use softening language. Make it sound collaborative, not critical. You're speaking too fast. Could you say that a bit slower? I want to make sure I catch everything. Would you mind repeating the last part? I want to get it right. I'm following most of it, just lost the number. Was it 40 or 14? Softening languages like I want to make sure or would you mind turn a potential complaint into a shared goal. Rule 3. Own your part. Frame it as you're listening, not their speaking. You weren't clear. I think I misheard. Did you mean? My notes say X, but I might have written it wrong. Can we check? I'm not 100% sure I followed. Can you help me connect the dots? This removes blame and keeps the conversation cooperative. People respond much better when they don't feel criticized.
These rules are simple, but they change everything. I wish I'd known them years ago.
Me too. Now, let's talk about the 6 most common types of misunderstandings and exactly how to handle each one with confidence. Type 1, you missed a word, name, or number. This is the most frequent and easiest to fix. It happens because of accents, background noise, or fast speech. Why it happens? Names like Ben versus Dan sound similar. Numbers like 15 versus 50 can blur in fast speech. Technical terms like API or KPI may be unfamiliar. Best phrases to use. Sorry, I didn't catch the name. Was it Ben or Dan? Could you spell that for me? Just to confirm, did you say 50 or 15? Was that Q3 or Q4? I heard client, but was it client or climate? Pro tip. In emails or messages, you can write, just double checking, did you mean X or Y? This is seen as thorough, not insecure. Real example. Imagine your manager says, send the deck to Jen at 3 p.m., but you're not sure if it's Jen, Gem, or Gem. Instead of guessing, say, got it. Just to confirm, is that Jen with a J? Simple, clear, no drama. Type 2, you heard the words, but not the meaning, idioms and phrasal verbs. This is where even advanced learners get tripped up. English is full of expressions that don't mean what the words say. Common confusing phrases. Table the discussion means put it on hold in the US or start discussing in the UK. Touch base means have a quick check-in. Ballpark figure is a rough estimate. Circle back means return to this later. Think outside the box means be creative. How to respond. I'm not familiar with that phrase. What does table it mean? When you say touch base, do you mean have a quick call? Is that a common expression? I've never heard it before. Do you mean that literally, or is there another meaning? Important. Most native speakers love explaining idioms. It makes them feel helpful, not annoyed. Cultural note. In the US, people often don't realize their phrases are confusing. They assume everyone knows them. So asking is not just okay, it's necessary. Type 3, you're confused about the context, pronouns, references, and it. Someone says it's ready, but you don't know what it is, or they approved it, but who's they? Why it happens. Native speakers assume shared context. They use pronouns heavily, like it, they, that. In meetings, multiple topics fly by quickly. Phrases to regain clarity. Just to make sure I'm following, what's it in this case? Can you remind me what we're talking about? I think I lost the thread. Can we backtrack a bit? When you say they, do you mean the client or the legal team? Which project are we referring to? The mobile app or the website? Pro tip. Use we language to make it collaborative. Maybe we got on different pages. Can we reset on what it refers to? This avoids making it sound like their fault. Type 4, you misinterpreted tone or intent. They said something neutral, but you took it as criticism, urgency, or sarcasm. Why it happens. Tone doesn't translate well over text or calls. Cultural differences and directness, your own anxiety fills in the blanks. How to check gently. I want to check my understanding. Was that a suggestion or a firm request? I sense some urgency in your voice. How time sensitive is this? Just to be safe, were you joking or serious? When you said interesting, did you mean good or concerning? Example. Colleague, that's an interesting approach. You. Thanks. Just to check, do you have concerns about it or are you being supportive? This prevents defensiveness and builds trust. Type 6, you misheard due to accent or speed. Even native speakers struggle with strong accents or rapid speech. Phrases that work. I'm still getting used to different accents. Could you repeat that slowly? The connection is a bit fuzzy. Can you say that again? I caught most of it, but missed the last part. Can you repeat from the deadline? Key. Frame it as an external factor. Connection, accent exposure, not their fault. Don't say, your accent is hard to understand. Do say, I'm working on understanding more accents. Thanks for your patience. Type 7. You assumed shared knowledge. They referenced a company policy, a cast meeting, or a cultural norm you don't know. How to respond. I'm new to this team. Can you give me a bit of background? I wasn't in that meeting. Can you recap the key point? Is that something I should know about? I'd love to learn. This shows initiative, not ignorance.
Okay, but what if the misunderstanding already happened? Like, you replied based on wrong info.
Great question. That's when you use a recovery phrase and do it quickly. Recovery phrases. Actually, I just realized I think I misunderstood earlier. Did you mean X or Y? My apologies, I went off on the wrong track. Can we reset? I double checked and I think I got the details mixed up. Let me correct that. Wait, I just connected the dots. You meant X, right? Not Y. Timing matters. The sooner you correct it, the less damage is done. Example, you email the wrong client because you misheard a name. Instead of hiding it, write, "Hi team, quick correction. I realized I misheard the client name in our call. It's Alpha Corp, not Alta Corp. I've updated the file. Apologies for the mix-up." This shows responsibility and people respect it. Now, let's talk about what not to do. 3 mistakes that make misunderstandings worse. Mistake 1, nodding and pretending. You say, "Yeah, got it," but you're lost. This leads to bigger errors later. Instead, pause and clarify early. Even 10 seconds now saves 10 minutes of rework later. Mistake 2, over apologizing. "I'm so sorry, I'm terrible at this, I always mess up." This makes the conversation about your guilt, not the message. Instead, keep it light. One quick clarification, was it 2 p.m. or 3? Mistake 3, blaming the speaker. You're not being clear. This puts them on the defensive. Instead, focus on your understanding. "I want to make sure I'm tracking. Can you rephrase that?"
But what about cultural differences? In some cultures, asking questions feels rude.
True, but in English-speaking professional settings, clarity is valued over silence. In the US, UK, Canada, Australia, people expect you to speak up if you're unsure. It's seen as responsible, not disrespectful.
And if you're in a global team,
Say, "In my culture, we often stay quiet to show respect, but I'm learning to ask more in English. Thanks for your patience." Most people will admire your honesty and even adjust their communication for you.
Now, let's break down some key vocabulary from today's conversation. This is our vocabulary breakdown segment, designed to help you use these ideas confidently.
Today's words: clarify, misunderstand, phrase, context, recover, assume, intent, tone, reference, and correction.
Clarify verb means to make something clear or easier to understand. Example, can you clarify what you meant by ASAP? We often say, just to clarify, or let me clarify that point. It's one of the most useful verbs in English.
Misunderstand verb means to interpret something incorrectly. Example, I misunderstood the deadline. I thought it was Friday. Note, past tense is misunderstood, not misunderstanded. Common mistake, I misunderstand. No hyphen, and it's misunderstood in past tense. Phrase can mean a small group of words or to express something in a particular way. Example, noun. Break a leg is a common English phrase. Example, verb. How would you phrase that request politely? As a verb, it's powerful. She phrased her feedback very diplomatically.
Context means the situation or background that helps you understand something. Example, without context, that joke sounds offensive. We say, let me give you some context, or what's the context for this email? Always ask for context if you're confused. It's smarter than guessing.
Recover means to return to a normal or good state after a problem. Example, she recovered from the misunderstanding by sending a follow-up email. In conversation, I recovered by asking a gentle question. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about fixing them well.
Assume means to accept something as true without proof. Example, Don't assume they know what you mean. Clarify. Common phrase, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Humorous, but true.
Intent means the purpose or goal behind someone's words. Example, I know your intent was helpful, but it came across as critical. Checking intent prevents unnecessary conflict.
Tone refers to the attitude or feeling in someone's voice or words. Example, her tone was friendly, so I knew she was joking. Misreading tone is a top cause of misunderstandings.
Reference means a mention of something or someone. Example, I didn't get the reference to The Office. I've never seen it. In meetings, can you reference the slide number you're talking about?
Correction means a change that fixes a mistake. Example, thanks for the quick correction. I've updated the file. Making corrections openly builds trust.
Try using these words this week. Say, I need to clarify one thing, or I think I misunderstood the context.
Now let's hear real conversations where people navigate misunderstandings gracefully and effectively.
Dialogue 1, Team Project Mix-Up, Names and Deadlines.
Hey Maya, just sent you the updated timeline.
Got it, but I'm a bit confused. The client calls on Thursday, right?
Actually, it's Wednesday. Did I say Thursday somewhere?
Yeah, in your email, client called Thursday at 2.
Oh no, I meant to change that. It's Wednesday. My bad.
No worries. Just wanted to double check before I block my calendar.
Good catch. And while we're on it, did you see the new scope doc?
I saw an email titled final_V3 really final, but I wasn't sure which one to use.
Classic. Use the one from this morning. Scope approved June 5.
Perfect. And just to clarify, does approved mean we can start development?
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks for clearing that up.
Anytime. Better to ask now than guess later.
See how that worked?
Maya didn't assume. She named the exact confusion, Thursday, asked for confirmation, and even clarified next steps. Can we start development?
And Leo didn't get defensive. He thanked her for catching the error.
Dialogue 2. Client call confusion. Idioms and scope. We'd like to move forward with the premium package.
Great. Just to confirm, does that include the analytics dashboard?
I thought it did. Is it not in there?
Actually, it's in the enterprise tier, but I can add it to premium for a small fee.
Oh, I must have misunderstood the brochure.
Totally understandable. It's a lot of info. Would you like me to resend the comparison sheet?
Yes, please, and let's schedule a quick call to walk through it.
Happy to. I'll send times in a minute.
Notice how Maya...
Clarified gently, offered a solution, didn't blame the client, ended with action, resend sheet, schedule call.
That's how you turn a mix-up into trust.
Dialogue 3, cross-cultural misunderstanding, tone and directness.
UK. That's an interesting idea.
US, thanks. Do you think it'll work?
Well, it's certainly creative.
Wait, when you say interesting and creative, do you mean you like it or you have concerns?
Sorry. In the UK, we often soften criticism. I actually think it's too risky for Q3.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. I'd rather hear that now than later.
Of course. I didn't mean to be vague.
No problem. How would you adjust it to reduce risk?
This is a classic UK-US difference. British speakers often use understatement to be polite. Americans prefer directness.
By asking, Maya avoided weeks of misalignment.
Dialogue 4. Virtual meeting mix-up. Pronouns and context.
The manager. They approved it, so we can proceed.
Leo. Great. Who's they? The client or legal?
The manager. Legal. Client sign-off is still pending.
Maya. And what's it? The budget or the timeline?
The manager. The budget. Timeline needs client approval.
Leo. Perfect. So next step. Wait for client on timeline, but start work on budget.
The manager. Exactly.
Maya, thanks for the clarity. This was getting fuzzy. Leo, they didn't guess. They asked. Simple but powerful.
Leo, I just realized I sent the proposal to the wrong client.
Oh no, which one?
I emailed Beta Corp instead of Alpha Corp.
Okay, don't panic. Can you recall the email?
Already did. Now I'm drafting a correction to Alpha. Apologies, wrong tab open. Here's your version.
Perfect. Own it lightly, fix it fast.
And I'll add a note, double checking names from now on.
That's professionalism.
Now let's go deeper into cultural nuances, because misunderstandings aren't just about language.
United States. Directness is valued. Can you repeat that? Is normal. Silence equals confusion or disagreement. Clarifying is seen as proactive.
United Kingdom. Understatement is common. That's interesting often means I disagree. People may not correct you directly to avoid embarrassment. You may need to read between the lines.
Germany and Netherlands. Bluntness is respected. That's wrong is acceptable if factual. Clarifying is expected. Vagueness is unprofessional.
Japan and Korea. Harmony greater than individual clarity. People may say yes to avoid conflict, even if they don't understand. Watch for nonverbal cues, hesitation, silence.
India and Middle East. Politeness is paramount. Maybe often means no. Build rapport first, then ask for clarity.
Your move. Adapt your style, but never sacrifice clarity. You can be culturally aware and clear.
Now let's talk about daily practice. How do you build this skill?
Your 5-minute daily clarification drill. Minute 1. Recall a recent conversation where you felt confused. Minute 2. Write down what you wish you'd said. Use one of today's phrases. Minute 3. Say it out loud. Calm, clear tone. Minute 4. Record it. Listen. Did you sound collaborative? Minute 5. Refine and repeat. Do this daily for a week. You'll rewire your instinct from stay silent to clarify gently.
Now reflect. Think of a recent misunderstanding you had in English.
Maybe you nodded along, but later realized you got it wrong.
What phrase from today could you have used?
Just to clarify, I think I missed that. Can you repeat?
Practice it in your mind. Say it out loud.
Because next time, it'll come naturally.
Remember, every native speaker has been there. The goal isn't perfection, it's clear, kind communication.
So next time you're unsure, pause, ask one gentle question, own your part lightly, move forward together.
You've got this. Thanks for listening to English on Point podcast.
If this helped you feel more confident handling mix-ups, hit subscribe and tap the bell.
And in the comments, tell us, what's one phrase you'll use next time you're confused?
We read every comment, and your question might inspire a future episode.
Until next time, listen with curiosity, speak with clarity, and never let fear of misunderstanding silence your voice.
You're not just learning English.
You're learning to connect with confidence.
See you next time.